Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna tell you how to make your own holographic metallic jacket. This is inspired by the tutorial by Cynics, but that was designed for Photoshop. And I tried to find a way to do it on IbisPaint. So here we are. Before we start the tutorial, I would like to say that you have to focus on every step carefully because it's kind of complicated if you don't follow properly. First of all, you need to find a suitable reference or more than one references for idea and inspiration. These are the two pictures I took inspiration from, especially from the one at the right side. Then start painting it in black and white. You can turn the reference into black and white for better understanding, just like me. So what I'm trying to do here is to replicate all the creases and every light and dark parts. It's really important. It's the most important part of the whole process. You have to make sure that your foundation is right. This whole process took me a whole lot time, but if you want to go for something easier, feel free to do so. Today we won't go in details about the entire painting process, but if you are interested in knowing how I create all those folds and creases, you must check out the tutorial above. Even if we are not discussing about the actual painting process, I am leaving the Speedpaint for better understanding. If you don't need that, feel free to skip to the holographic part. Use the timestamp to go there. that we have fully painted the black and white jacket, we will work on making it look like kind of metallic and then holographic. The first step you need is to make 2 copies of the jacket layer. The lowermost layer will stay as it is, and we will make some changes to the other 2. When you have the 2 copies of the jacket layer ready, go to the second layer and turn on alpha lock. Then we are going to change the blending mode of the layer into luminosity. Next, we will go to effects and click on draw option to choose parallel gradation. I'm sure you can see the instant changes that took place. Now, you just have to tweak the parameters as per needed to get that metallic texture on the jacket. You can copy me or you can play around on your own. It's all up to you. It's all about playing around with the color and brightness to get the desired result. I really liked how the texture looked, so I decided to keep it. If you think the layer is looking too dark, you can always change the brightness. Now, we are going to move on to the next layer. We are going to change the blending mode of this layer to hard light because we need to add some contrast here. Now, if you think the contrast is too much, you can change that as well. And also you can tweak the opacity for desired result. Now we have a shiny metallic looking jacket. And next up, we are going to add the holographic effect. To do that, we are going to get a new layer and change the blending mode to linear light. Now for adding the colors, we are going to choose the rainbow brush. Then randomly but still in a calculative way, we are going to add colors to the jacket. I'm going to zoom in the screen for a better understanding. The brush strokes have to be subtle but still visible. The plan here is adding colors around and inside the creases. Avoid adding color to really dark or really light areas because those won't actually reflect colors that much. Now, observe how I'm applying the colors. I'm hoping that now you have the idea how to add the colors. Now we are going to move on to the next step. Once you are done with adding the color, you can duplicate the layer to make the effect stronger. Now you can keep everything as it is if you want a silver holographic jacket. But if you want to be extra or want to make the entire jacket a bit more colorful, then you have to take a new layer once again and make sure all the jacket layers are clipped to the original layer, and also the new layer you are taking would be clipped. Then we are again going to choose the linear light layer. Now we are going to increase the size of the rainbow brush and paint however we wish on the entire jacket. Isn't that easy and cool? You can always play around with the color by adding some different strokes or by changing the hue or the color balance. So finally, we have a really cool looking holographic jacket. But what about the Faux leather pants that I have drawn? We are just going to increase the saturation. And that's it. We are done. I know the entire process is long and you need to remember certain things, but trust me, if you try it, I can assure you good results. So, for a better understanding, let's do a quick recap of the entire process. First, we duplicate the OG layer 2 times. Then, we change the second layer to Luminosity and go to Effects. Then click on Draw, choose Parallel Gradation. From there, we take any of the combination and change the parameters as per needed. Next, we go to the third layer and change the blending mode to Hard Light. We also change the contrast if needed. Next, we take the rainbow brush and use it on a new layer. The blending mode of that layer would be linear light, and we add our holographic effects. When we are done with it, if you want to make the jacket even more colorful and overall holographic, then apply rainbow brush all over the jacket. If you follow my instructions correctly, I'm sure you're going to have a decent looking jacket, skirt, or whatever thing you want to be holographic or metallic. But one thing you have to always keep in mind that your lights and shadows are perfectly done, because it won't look good at all if you don't do that. It will just look like a flat picture. With that said, we have reached the end of today's video. I hope it was helpful to you all who wanted to do this cool holographic effect thing on IbisPaint but couldn't do it because of lack of information. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.